Dance like no one is watching. Sing like no one is listening. Live life to the fullest.
Now, these are the quotes we all try to live by, but how do we live smart every day? Hello, everyone. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker. From Wealth to Health, in this KTLA special, we're getting some simple but essential and instrumental tips to help you live smart.
I'm certainly ready to ramp up. What about you?
Sure, let's
All
do
right.
it.
So, did you know that about 90 million adults in America snore?
Not me, of course.
Come on.
But on a serious side, there is more to the snore, and in severe cases, the sirens of slumber can point to high blood pressure, heart disease, and even a stroke. From being a bother in the bedroom to causing mayhem in a marriage.
There's actually a higher rate of divorce in those who have significant snoring associated with untreated obstructive sleep apnea.
Sounding off while catching your Z's can be very serious business. Severe snoring is just one indicator of obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA, a condition where one's airway is blocked off during sleep, leading to repetitive pauses in breathing.
Some of the durations were 90 seconds, some were like 30 seconds. Holding my breath and my oxygen level would just start to drop.
For Victor Vargas, the signs of his sleep apnea weren't so loud and clear.
In my early 30s, I would snore, and then snoring went away. So as far as my wife was concerned, I was okay. This is a worse form of apnea because you're not really showing any visible signs. It's like another silent killer. The lowest they measured was 82% oxygen level. In the hospital, when they call code blue, that means someone's in real trouble because their oxygen levels dropped down to 80%.
But help came for this father of one when he decided to hit the hay at a sleep lab, similar to the Comprehensive Sleep Center at Good Samaritan Hospital, where patients are monitored throughout the night as they doze off.
But I mean, these are true events right there.
Dr. Sterling Malish says many times the answer to apnea is a CPAP mask.
Very effective in eliminating snoring and obstructive events for sleep apnea.
It was just night and day. Just woke up with tons of energy.
When you breathe better, you sleep better.
What about those over-the-counter cures that promise to remedy the
For a
rumble?
lot of these products, that's just simply not true.
You probably won't find solace in a strip or a spray. Instead, try this trick to stay on your side.
Something as simple as taking a fanny pack, put some golf balls or tennis balls in it, reverse it around your waist. During the night, you happen to roll over on your back, you get a little reminder, hey, you need to stay towards the side.
Another alternative, experts say turning to one of the world's oldest instruments could help you drift off in the right direction.
Patients with obstructive sleep apnea who played the didgeridoo had significant decrease in snoring and improvement in their obstructive sleep apnea.
Now, doctors also suggest losing weight and avoiding alcohol to put that snoring to rest.
Well, now that we can get that good night's sleep, now it is time to work out. And with all the class crazes out there, I put one to the test that even actor Bradley Cooper says that he loves.
This song's for you guys.
This is hard stuff. Your core is engaged because you're at a 75-degree tilt.
Oh my God.
Rise Nation to me is an experience.
I don't think there's anything else like this.
Ready to conquer cardio in a whole new way?
Going to a concert, that feeling of when the lights go out and the lights come on and the energy, I want to somehow utilize that.
Step into this secluded space in WeHo and you'll discover how old school
VersaClimber is a machine. It's a climbing machine that's been around since the 80s, believe it or not.
is getting a new school twist.
We can utilize the tempo with the actual movements themselves and make it a lot more fun.
Here comes your heartbeat. Take it.
While many may shy away from this intimidating machine at the gym, Rise Nation creator Jason Walsh is all about reaching past that comfort zone.
I've used them for years for the conditioning with my clients.
You got RKG Russian grenades you send to the kid?
Even Bradley Cooper turned to this master trainer to get him in top combat shape for American Sniper.
Bradley came in and he had a specific goal. He had to be big. It's pretty intensive workouts. We did 2 hours in the morning, gave him the rest of the day to sleep and recover, and then we came back in the afternoon to do our 2-a-days.
But with a desire to help everyone get stronger, Walsh created Rise Nation and swears this 30-minute event will start you out on the right foot.
It utilizes every single muscle together. It's working in unison, the way we're intended to move.
So I've been several times since, and it is a great workout. And who knows, ladies, you may sweat next to Mr. Cooper himself.
Okay, settle down. All right, now in Health Smart news, could a radical new drug change the course of treatment for cancer patients?
We take a closer look at this medical breakthrough. It's called G202.
This is going to be a real game changer for the future of cancer therapy. It's going to be a much more humane way to treat a cancer patient with better efficacy and essentially no side effects.
It's being called a grenade drug because of the way it releases medicine into the body. But could G202 be an explosive victory in the fight against cancer?
G202 has no effect on the cardiovascular system, the lung, or bone marrow.
The name G202 may sound like something out of science fiction, but Dr. Craig Dion of biotech company Genspera explains the reality behind the research.
The origin of the drug is very, very long time ago. The plant from which we isolate the cytotoxin has been used since the ancient Greeks in all sorts of folk medicines, and we were able to actually capture the active ingredient and turn it into a killer for cancer.
The potency of this cytotoxin is 100 times stronger than other chemotherapeutic agents, but Dr. Dion's team has discovered a way to maximize the medicine while at the same time minimizing the side effects.
It's a prodrug. It's a drug that's active, designed to be activated only within the tumor.
By combining the toxin with a specialized targeting agent, you could consider G202 a cancer cell sniper.
G202 circulates benignly in the bloodstream until it encounters the enzyme we've targeted, which is found only on the blood vessels that feed cancer tumors.
Once locked down, the active ingredient is then released into the cell until the tumor eventually starves to death.
So we currently deliver the drug to the patient through an IV infusion over about 1 hour on 3 consecutive days. But we've developed an injectable form of the drug that we're developing that will replace the infusion.
While the ultimate Health Smart hope is for this drug to be developed to battle all types of cancer tumors, currently G202 has its bullseye on 4 major medical enemies.
Now we're examining liver cancer, glioblastoma, prostate cancer, and kidney cancer. So this is a truly innovative drug, unlike anything else that's been used in man before.
So the drug is still pending FDA approval, but doctors do say they expect it could hit shelves in the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, that is certainly great information, and even more coming up next. Dream of winning the lottery? Well, before you make your picks, Winner's Dish Selecting Secrets.
All right, we want to help you out, and we want to help you live smart. So be smart and don't go anywhere. Are you on the quest for peace and happiness?
Yeah, who isn't?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and KTLA wants to help you live smart in all areas of your life. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Glenn Walker.
And I'm Lou Parker, loving all these helpful ways to live smart.
Absolutely.
Right?
Okay, so you know what is the opposite of smart? It's having a rocky relationship with your neighbors. But in this legal smart, attorney Allison Treasel puts 3 common neighborhood disputes on the docket.
A beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Neighbor disputes get ugly.
Do you have a next door nightmare?
The most common disputes amongst neighbors are property disputes, unruly animals, and noises, loud noises.
Hey, how's it going? Are you our new neighbors? We're your new neighbors! Yeah.
Not everyone can be block buddies, but you can be legal smart. First up, don't let property lines put you behind enemy lines.
Normally, a deed will very specifically outline where your property ends and somebody else's start.
Whether it's an interfering fence or towering trees.
Our roots from their tree that are overgrown and encroaching onto your property, it is their responsibility to remove them.
What should you do if real talks about your real estate borders aren't going anywhere?
Many communities have homeowners associations. Many of those homeowners associations have mediators or arbitrators who deal with these disputes all of the time.
Next, don't go knocking for trouble over noise complaints.
Keep it down.
All right.
If your neighbor routinely plays their music or throws parties at 2 in the morning, you have an absolute right to call the police. Don't walk over to the neighbors.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you talking to me?
Yes!
Yes.
There may be a further dispute and you can get in trouble.
Finally, trying to be amicable over an animal?
People get very possessive and angry if you say anything about their dog.
Always check with your city's animal services department first to see if any ordinance are being violated. But if paws are the cause of a very rough situation,
if this dog is a danger to you, your family, or the community, you absolutely should get animal control involved.
Won't you please, won't you please won't you be my neighbor?
So if all else fails, Allison says also that a judge can settle this.
Yeah, and while we're getting legal smart, drones are a $130 million a year industry. But could these high-tech toys get shot down in court?
Drones are used by our government for search and rescue operations, locating fugitives and border patrol, as well as surveillance of marijuana grows. However, there is as many recreational drones in the air as there are governmental uses for the drones.
A bill that was designed to prevent peeping toms or spying via aerial drones has been vetoed by Governor Brown.
To hover or not to hover?
Drones are accessible to all of us. The question is, are they legal and what can you do with your drone?
A young girl is recovering after being injured by a drone that crashed right next to her and her mother.
Before you take flight, take note of the no-nos that could land you in hot water.
You cannot fly a drone within 5 miles of an airport. You must fly your drone below 400 feet because that is airspace.
Have a cruising camera and some curiosity. Keep in mind, not everyone is ready for their close-up.
Where we stand today is that you can fly your drone over your neighbor's yard with some restrictions. You can fly it, but if your drone is peeping into the window of your neighbor's, you can be held criminally liable.
And homeowners on the ground, know that your personal perimeters only go so high.
People believe that they have a right to privacy from the ground in their backyard all the way to the heavens. That is no longer the case. Anything over 400 feet is considered a public highway for planes, and it is not your private property anymore.
Want to be legal smart about wrangling a remote-controlled eye in the sky?
Don't shoot the drone down. It may be your 8-year-old neighbors, and nothing is sinister about that, and it is legal.
But if the problem is droning on and on,
if this drone, which is like a humming sound, is constantly tormenting you, or you think that they are using it for nefarious purposes and spying on you, let the police know about it.
Now from the sky to the streets.
we've seen how rain can cause havoc on the roads.
To help steer you through the storm, KTLA's Kai Goldberg gets behind the wheel so you can be weather smart.
Perilous precipitation. Slippery split-second reactions.
People panic and they slam their brakes on or they yank the wheel and they throw the weight around and they do not control the car.
Accidents, crashes, spinouts. We see them happening every rainy season, but with this Godzilla-like El Nino on the way, I'm here with advanced driving dynamics to learn how to get through everything safely. To help put the brakes on flooding fender benders, Irwindale Events Center sets up this saturated street scenario for the do's and don'ts of driving in a downpour.
This is the scenario where
it could be drizzling, we're on a residential street going only 22 miles per hour.
Correct.
And we fail.
Exactly. And you go to turn and all of a sudden the back of the car comes up.
If you find yourself drifting on drops, lead instructor Greg Penny guides drivers through the harrows of hydroplaning.
We have a situation called hydroplaning. We cannot channel enough of the water away from the tire so the tire starts to lift off the ground. So in essence, we start losing our steering control. Right, left. Comes around like a top, doesn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how quickly we can get out of control in this wet condition.
And there's, you know, looking at that surface, there's a millimeter of water there.
There's virtually no water on the deck right now.
Your instincts may be to slam on the brakes, but beware.
So when we get into an El Nino situation, you don't want to add any gas or brakes. You want to take your foot off the gas and kind of hover over your pedals to make sure you don't add any imbalance to the car, which is already out of control.
Also, when you can't see through the sheets of showers, don't be tempted to tailgate.
In Southern California, people seem to want to speed up and get closer to the other cars. It's exactly the opposite. We want to give ourselves more space, more time to think about what we need to do.
Plus, pass around puddles. Experts insist the depth of the deluge can be deceiving.
An inch of rain could mean 3 feet of water.
Finally, in a drizzle or a drencher, be mindful of the 3 A's.
The first A stands for awareness. The second A is anticipation. Then you can take action. And we cannot let our car crash into that pole.
But before you even shift into gear, are your wipers weathered, headlights clean, tire tread intact? Tuck these techniques into your glove compartment to stay safe this El Nino season.
Another smart move, put your smartphone down and focus on driving in any weather.
And we are still living the smart life. Coming up, they say that love doesn't cost a thing, but is it really free?
Plus, how to increase your odds at hitting it big. Live smart. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Live Smart, where we are learning simple tips to live the best life possible.
Now, if you think hitting the lottery would make life grand, well, listen up to this. In this Money Smart, we have the secret strategy that could boost Lady Luck's odds.
I'm gonna win it. I'm gonna win the whole thing.
It's a dream most of us have had.
This is the winning ticket.
But is there a Money Smart way to up your ante and take home the jackpot?
Look at this, my ticket.
First, before you bet your Benjamins, weigh your odds.
Yep, that's it.
Stats show if you are going to roll the dice on quick picks like the ones in Powerball, more ticket holders win. On the flip side, this 7-time lottery winner insists determining your own digits is less of a long shot.
Give me the big million.
Next, set a budget before you bet. Using your grocery or rent money is sure to be a bust.
Give me 5.
And just like at the tables, know when to hold them and when to fold them. Instead of buying a ticket every week, stash the cash and use it to buy multiple tickets when the jackpot is skyrocketing. Also, don't be afraid to join a pool. A shot in the dark is better with coworkers and friends. The payout will be less, but your chances of taking home the gold goes up simply because you have more chances to win. And finally, check, recheck, and triple check those tickets. Sometimes there are several ways to win that wager, so pay attention. Good luck.
That's real change your life money.
Of course, so many of us dream about it, but we always forget to buy the ticket.
No, we don't. All right, whether you hit the jackpot or not, love is supposed to be free.
But in this Money Smart, we find that real life is not a romance novel, and psychologists insist that finding your match is anything but cheap. From the pickup line to the proposal,
love is never free.
We are breaking down the price of passion. First up, courting.
Look at that face, you look like my next mistake.
Expect to spend to find your soulmate.
Single people are paying close to $2,000 a month just to find a mate. So there are the cost of gym memberships, skincare lines, hair color, hair makeup, then the cost of entertainment, and then the cost of the singles dating sites.
And according to Dr. Wendy Walsh, men and women pony up differently to pick a partner.
I think women spend more on their looks, but men spend more on showcasing wealth.
Next, putting a ring on it can ravage your bank account.
So the average price of a wedding in America right now is about $25,000. Add to that about $5,000 for the rings.
After marriage comes the baby carriage.
It's estimated that to raise a child from the age of 0 to 18 is about $200,000. So raising kids is really the big ticket item in our life.
But with so many couples untying the knot,
divorce is a luxury for the wealthy.
you can bet your bottom dollar divorce could deplete your lifelong dividends.
There's nothing more expensive than expensive divorce attorneys and maintaining two households.
So, this Valentine's week, you don't have to be rich in love. But there is no denying there are do's getting to I do.
I was kind of wondering, Lou, do you consider yourself a cheap date?
I am not a cheap date. I like to consider myself as medium maintenance.
Medium maintenance. Yep. Okay, I'll look that one up. All right, to be money smart, remember there are a lot of free activities you can actually do out there with your mate.
Yep, and you know what else has been free? All the great information that we've learned right here on this show. I actually feel smarter, and it was easy.
And it was also a lot of fun.
It was.
All right, we hope all of you out there live smart every day.
And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the smart side.